Okay. Normally what I could do, you can feel free to go ahead and send a whole job. This cutter could track straight for about 10 to 15 feet. So if you want to send a whole job with a bunch of text or different items spaced across the material, you can do that. And then once you're done, cut that piece off, take it to a flat, well-lit area, and weed away the excess is usually the easiest way to do it. I'm going to go ahead and just weed this one while it's on the machine, just to make sure I got an accurate cutout. And that weeded like a charm. So that was perfect. So now let's move to one of the more trickier materials where there's going to be a little bit more adjusting. I'm going to take this Megatalic out. And I should also mention that the Megatalic and the Cut 2 were cut with a 45-degree blade, which is available and comes standard with your vinyl cutter. Now, if you decide to switch to a flock material or a twill material, which is one of the main selling points of this cutter, it can do the thicker materials, you're also going to want to switch to the 60-degree blade. So I'm going to go ahead and take this blade out, and you've already saw how to do this. And I'm going to load 60-degree. Like I said, I thought it would be kind of fun to do this on the fly so you can see actually how it'll be for you. So I haven't preset anything at all. I'm just going to drop it in here and work with it and see what happens. And let's take the flock material first. This is the Spectre flock, available in about 8 or 10 different colors. Go ahead and load that through. It's quite a bit thicker, so it's a little tricky to get started through. Once I have it loaded where I want, I'm going to lock the pinch rollers down. And with this material, after I get it set up for the roll, I'm going to adjust the downforce even up a little bit more. So I'm going to hit my force button. I'm going to take it up to about 140 just to try. Press enter, and it is a brand new blade. Hit the test cut button. I'm going to try to weed away my piece. And that's actually a perfect cut as well. They split no problem. So 140 is accurate for the flock material. Now if my blade was wearing and tearing after a while, I would want to adjust that downforce up as I went along into the blade life. So let's go ahead and send the same job to the flock. And I'm going to adjust the speed up a little bit as well on this one so you can see the cutter cut faster. Going into condition as Lee showed you. Speed. Take it up to about 30 centimeters per second. And let's set the job across. This one on the machine as well. Spectre flock, 140 grams downforce. On a 60-degree blade. And this is weeding quite well. So I got lucky on that one as well. Alright, now let's move to the tackle tool material. This will be the final material that I'm going to demonstrate today. But you also get to see a demo by Bob on the optic eye function of the cutter when cutting the transfer paper, which is one of the key features of the GX24 as well. So this is the pressure sensitive twill, which is what you need to order in order to cut it on the vinyl cutter. This particular material you're going to load fabric side up, and this is one of the only materials that you will cut in the positive. because after it's cut, I'll show you, you're actually going to have to remove the lettering and line it up on your shirt. So go ahead and load the roll. This material is only 16.5 inches wide. I'm going to adjust my roll in the back to cover the sheet sensor. And you'll notice that my rollers need adjusted here. They always have to be under the white marks. Now when I try to adjust this one down based on where my left one's located, right here, if you can see that, there's nowhere for it to fall. So I'm going to slide the whole roll down and try to adjust it so my right pinch roller can fall under a white mark so the material can feed straight, because there's actually tri-grip rollers underneath where the rollers lock down. If you feel it on your vinyl cutter, it'll feel a little bit sticky. That helps the material track straight. So if you're not locking those rollers down under the white marks, you're going to run into some issues with accurate tracking and getting the right sizes cut from your material. So it's loaded now. I'll lock it down. I'm going to try it on the same force and see what happens. Specifying that there's a roll in there again. Go ahead and hit the test button. You can actually hear that one cutting. That one I didn't get quite as clean of a cut, so I'm going to go ahead and adjust the force a little bit. Hit the force button and taking it up to 150, pressing enter. Another test cut function. Conduct the test cut every time you load a new roll of material. It can save you a lot of time and money. Still not quite where I want it to be, so I'm going to adjust it 20 grams more. I'm sorry, 10 grams more to 160. Alright, that's a clean cut. So 160 grams of force, and let's go ahead and send the same job. Now with the tool material, you'll want to probably slow down your speed. You don't want to be cutting at too high of a speed, because you want to get an accurate cut. So I'm going to take my speed back down to 16, let's make it 15 centimeters per second. Press enter. Make sure my origin's set. I'm going to send the same text, and this time I'm going to cut it in the positive like you need to on the tool material. Okay, once that's done cutting, I'm going to scroll my material out. And weed away my excess. This process will be a little bit tricky. You'll have to hold some of the letters down as you're weeding. It's just the nature of the twill to want to pull up. Now after it's cut, you can peel up the individual letters. You can use a masking material to pull them all up together, or you can peel up the individual letters if you can get this, to lay them to your garment, to space them out on the heat press on your garment in order to sew them.